Today is the final day of the Epic PlayStation Holiday Sale, so if you're looking to pick some games up, today is the day to do so, because come tomorrow, the deals will be gone. And in today's video, I want to highlight 10 final deals, and all of these deals are under the price of $5. Obviously, we've covered this sale pretty in-depth, and if you want to check out some of the other fantastic deals that the sale has to offer, check out our prior videos. But without further ado, let's look at 10 final games under the price of $5. Kicking things off, I want to give a shout out to Oxenfree, which is 50% off for $4.99. This is a game that I am incredibly high on. It was done by Night School Studio, a studio that actually just put out After Party, a game that was received really well. And the studio themselves are comprised of a lot of developers that worked on Telltale games, and you can really see that shine through in Oxenfree. It's a coming-of-age story that is definitely very dialogue-heavy and story-driven. Don't expect a lot of compelling and in-depth gameplay elements. However, the storytelling is great, the presentation style is awesome, and for $4.99, I think Oxenfree is a great buy, especially if you're into story-driven experiences. Next up, we have a game coming from the creators of Journey and Flower, and that is ABZÜ, 75% off for $4.99. It's a beautiful underwater adventure, and once again, much like Oxenfree, it is more reliant on its presentation. However, there's definitely more gameplay in ABZÜ, comparatively speaking, to Oxenfree, but it is a gorgeous experience. It evokes the dream of diving, immerse yourself in a vibrant ocean world full of mystery and bursting with color and life. Perform fluid acrobatics as the diver using graceful swimming controls, discover hundreds of unique species based on real creatures, and form a powerful connection with the abundant sea life. Interact with schools of thousands of fish that procedurally respond to you, each other, and predators. Linger in epic seascapes and explore aquatic ecosystems modeled with unprecedented detail. Descend into the heart of the ocean where ancient secrets lie forgotten, but beware, dangers lurk in the depths. ABZÜ is from the oldest mythologies, AB meaning water and ZÜ meaning to know. Thus, ABZÜ has been known as the Ocean of Wisdom. Again, 75% off for $4.99. If you want a game with a great artistic style, this is one to check out, and a great price for it right now. Next up, I want to give a shout out to Battlefield 1, which is 75% off for $4.99. Now, I know, Battlefield 5 is out. However, Battlefield 1 offers a lot to like. I really enjoyed BF1, and I thought it was one of the best Battlefield games in recent memory. Maybe even the best that was released on the PlayStation 4. I would rank it above Battlefield 5, and I probably would put it ahead of Battlefield 4 and even Hardline. Battlefield 1 had a lot of quality elements, so the multiplayer is great. That's got a lot of quality gameplay to it and quite a bit of depth. However, it's also got a solid single-player campaign, and that's something I like to note when I talk about these first-person shooters that are multiplayer-centric. Can they offer a quality single-player experience as well? And while Battlefield 1 definitely doesn't boast a, lengthy single-player campaign, it's still rather good, and for $4.99, I think it's a great pickup. Next up, for those of you guys that like a quality platformer, Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut is 80% off for $2.99. So Giana Sisters is one of the better received platformers that's been released in recent memory. It's just been received really, really well. Good marks on Metacritic, user reception. It's just a very well received game. And if you're a fan of platformers with a decent bit of replayability, you're gonna like Giana Sisters a lot. You've got powerful abilities, intuitive controls, visual punch. You got some twisted puzzles in there, a legendary soundtrack, explore and discover with 23 rich levels across 3 distinct worlds, each transforming into 2 contrasting dream worlds, epic boss battles, gut-wrenching hardcore modes, a remixed easy mode, and a lot of extras to boot. For $2.99, again, I would highly recommend it, and for those of you guys that are into platformers, you're really gonna enjoy it. Next up, we have an open-world action-oriented title that you could just lose yourself to, and that is Just Cause 3. It is 75% off for $4.99. Now, I know Just Cause 4 is out. However, in the case of Just Cause 3, not only is this game considerably cheaper than Just Cause 4 is still going for $15 to $20, I think Just Cause 3, even from a fundamental standpoint, is a better game. You've got better content here, better gameplay. Just think it's all around a better game, and at this price point, if you want an open world game that's just no nonsense, you don't have to take it all too seriously, you could just jump in, blow the hell out of things up, and have a lot of fun. Just Cause 3 definitely offers you that, and for $4.99, I do think it's a great pickup, and I would highly, highly recommend it. I feel like Just Cause is one of those games that's essential to any quality game library, just because it's that game that you can jump into, you can explore the open world, you can just have a lot of fun, you don't have to take it too seriously. And yes, I was very vocal about the issues this game had when it initially released in 2015, and while I'm not going to say that the game is entirely perfect, it's much better than what it was back in December of 2015 when it initially came out, and for $5, definitely beats that $60 price point we had to pay at launch for a broken game. Just Cause 3 is much better now, and I would definitely recommend it at this price point. Next up, how about we give you guys another open world game that you don't have to take yourself too seriously with, and that's Saints Row 4 Reelected. So this is, of course, Saints Row 4 remastered for the PlayStation 4. Looks a bit better, but it retains all that zany gameplay you know and love. A ridiculous amount of content in the game, the base game, both DLC mission packs, plus 25 plus DLC weapons, 15 new vehicles, 60 plus wardrobe items, and 6 new superpower elements, visual enhancements. Experience Saints Row 4 with visual fidelity enhancements for enemy characters, environments, and shadows. A lot to like out of Saints Row 4, and again, if you want that open world game that you don't have to take yourself too seriously with, you can just jump in, have a lot of zany, off-the-wall fun. Saints Row 4 Reelected is definitely that game. How about a quality racing title? It's not the latest Need for Speed game, but Need for Speed Payback is 75% off for $4.99. So, Need for Speed is a franchise that hasn't been all too well received in recent years. NFS Heat seems to have gotten a pretty decent reception, but Need for Speed Payback wasn't received that well, but I do think it's a little bit underrated. I thought it was an okay game, and if you want a fun Need for Speed title, I do think Payback is going to offer you that. Look, Heat is still super expensive, north of $40 right now, and you're talking about Payback, a game that's only $5, and you can still have a quality racing experience here. Set in the underworld of Fortune Valley, you and your crew were divided by betrayal and reunited by revenge to take down the House, a nefarious cartel that rules the city's casinos, criminals, and cops. Okay, so you're not going into Need for Speed for this compelling narrative, you're going in there for the arcade racing gameplay, and Need for Speed Payback definitely has that. You're not paying the $60 price point that a lot of people paid at launch and were disappointed by. You're just paying $5, and for that price point, I do think it's a great buy. Next up, I want to give a shout to a very interesting tactics turn-based RPG, and that is SteamWorld Heist. This was a really well-received game. Initially came out on PC back in 2016, and you command a steam-driven pirate crew in a series of epic tactical shootouts in SteamWorld Heist. This is turn-based strategy with a twist. You manually aim the guns of your robots, allowing for insane skill shots and bullet-bouncing action. Was received really well from consumers as well, an overwhelmingly positive reception on Steam. And that is based on 1,759 user reviews, so a pretty decent sample size. IGN gave it an 8.8, US Gamer gave it a 10 out of 10, The Mirror gave it a 10 out of 10. You've got 15 to 20 hours of gameplay in here, plus New Game Plus, procedurally generated levels, strategy focused on skill rather than chance, kind to newcomers, but also offering a level of challenge for veterans of the genre, and you've got a soundtrack boasted by steam-powered Giraffe. So a lot of good stuff here, a pretty sleek visual style as well, definitely nothing to write home about from a technical standpoint, but I like the look the game goes for. And for just $3.74, a great buy right now. Next up, another game that I feel like is essential to any quality library. You gotta have some Trine games in there, and Trine Enchanted Edition is 70% off for $4.49. Trine is a really cool set of games. You've got a bunch of Trine games out at this point, I believe 4 in total, but they are very interesting platformers with a lot of variety in their gameplay. You've got puzzles, you've got interesting combat, you've got a quality story, you've got some platforming in there. This one specifically notes action and platforming in a fantasy fairy tale world featuring 15 breathtaking levels full of dangerous enemies, hazards, and physics-based puzzles. Origin story for the 3 heroes, Amadeus the Wizard, Pontius the Knight, and Zoya the Thief, each with their own skills and unique abilities. Solve challenges and puzzles in many different ways by combining the characters' abilities and come up with creative solutions never seen before. You've got online and local cooperative multiplayer for up to 3 players, so definitely appreciate that local co-op play. If you want a quality game on the local co-op side of things for $4.49, this is a great buy. And lastly, we've got Strider from Capcom, 80% off for $2.99. So Capcom has been getting a lot of attention recently with their recent works on games. What they've done for a lot of their franchises that went a little bit to the wayside, whether it be a Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Mega Man, or even Monster Hunter, those have all exploded. But did you know back in 2014, Capcom brought back Strider in a reimagined form for the PlayStation 4, rebuilt from the ground up, and it's a very enjoyable action platformer. Strider returns in a brand new adventure, complete with incredible side-scrolling action and lightning-fast combat, all in a massive interconnected world. Download the full game for just $2.99. That's a great buy, and if you want a quality side-scrolling action title, I really feel like Strider fits the bill. there is a free demo available for that one as well if you do want to check that out before dropping your hard-earned $2.99. I do think Strider is going to be well worth that though. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, this is the final day for the Epic PlayStation Store holiday sale. While it is the final day for this holiday sale, let's be real, I'm sure Sony will be rolling out a lot more sales in the coming weeks and months, so there's not going to be much to worry about. We're going to have our, Easter sales, our summer sales later in the year, and then before you know it, we'll be back to the holidays again, and all the deals will be persisting year-round, and obviously, I'll keep you guys up to date with everything. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.